Hello, my name is Kara Lancy and I am a student at Aspen University. For today's video, I will be talking about language development in children. This is for my class ECE 411, Early Cognition and Education 1, the preschool years. We're going to start off with talking about auditory development. Auditory development is very important when it comes to learning and speaking language. Auditory development is the process of hearing words, sounds, and noises. Auditory development also has a lot to do with the brain itself. As a child hears a noise or word or sounds, they have to be able to distinguish and store the information that they heard. Auditory development actually starts to begin at about 22 weeks gestation. Yes, they start to hear and store information that they learned actually while still in the womb. This is why shortly after the child is born, they are more calmed down and reciprocal to the parents' voices compared to any other voices or sounds they hear. This is due to the fact that even in the womb, they began to store information about the sounds, noises, and voices that they heard. When it comes to articulatory development, that is the process of actually reproducing a sound or noise. Right after birth, again, the children start to show signs of this development. Right after birth, it could be as simple as cooing or crying. It's their way of communication. As it develops more and more in depth, as children are going closer to their first words and combination of words, the articular development is also includes the muscles within the mouth and also the airflow that your breathing creates as sounds are being made. For example, if you're trying to use the S sound, it involves both the movement or the placement of the tongue, so the muscles involved in the tongue, also the airflow of the S as well. And that's what creates the S sound. When it comes to grammar in language, grammar is the sentence structure and sentence development of words. It includes the syntax and morphology as well. Okay, big words here. What does that mean? Well, those include using plurals, birds, also knowing that two words can actually be combined to make a single word. If you're upset, it could be unhappy, which happy itself is a word, but by the combination of the two, it's creating the sentence. Grammar also includes the placement of the words in the correct order. The cat sat in the car instead of car sat cat. As children begin to become more cognitively aware of their words and their choices, they will be able to say full sentences and even have a combination of many sentences, understanding that you talk about this first, this next, and so on. And this is all due to the grammar aspect of language. Now, with all three of these finally in place, the children get to have their first word. Yay! This normally occurs between 12 to 15 months. Sometimes it can actually occur a little bit later. Each child develops their language and skills in a completely different time frame and in their own way. But normally it occurs between the 12 to at the end of 18 months. After 18 months, if a child has not spoken their first word yet, you may want to look at them having an evaluation done to see if they are struggling or have any delays. Oftentimes, the first word is a word that they have heard frequently and often. That is why many times it's the simple words of mom, dad, hi, bye, because these are words that are simple, easy, and have been heard multiple times from the child. There are times and occasions that some random words, help or cup or some of those more harder to pronounce words are used. However, most of the time, it is the frequently used words that they hear multiple times that are used. I really hope that you enjoyed my video on language development in early childhood, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.